Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Shasar Classes Igniting a Passion for Learning. In today's session, I am going to teach you the chapter Mensuration. For class 10, it is also known as Surface Areas and Volumes. And this video will be helpful for all the class 10, class 9, class 8 and even other standard students. But particularly today, I am going to make this video especially for all the class 10th grade students. As you all knows it, your board exams are coming nearby, and also I am teaching this chapter with complete basics. Is this clear? So this chapter is very much helpful. The chapter name is Surface Areas and Volumes. My dear students, I just want to tell you one thing here. I am going to explain this chapter right from the basics. In today's video, I am teaching you the chapter formulas. Okay? Without the formula, without the basics, you cannot able to solve any problem related to this chapter. Do subscribe to our YouTube channel, Shasar Classes, and click the bell icon. Let's begin. See children, these are the very important formulas. The first formula we are going to discuss here, that is cuboid. What is that children? Cuboid. Now for all the topics, I will show you the small diagram so that you need to understand what we call the respective sides. Which side what we call them as. Is this clear? I just want you all need to listen to the audio as well as video and copy down the notes also simultaneously. Got it? So, cuboid. You can see children, this is the shape of the cuboid as you all can see here. Done? So this is the shape of cuboid. Children, what we call this as? This is nothing but length. We call it as L. Got it? Similarly, what we call this as? This we call it as breadth. This is called it as breadth. And then we can see here this side. This is called it as height. This one we call it as height. So length, breadth and height. Now what we have drawn the object, that is nothing but cuboid. It is cuboid. Children, here we already said you length is L, breadth is B and height is H. So first we need to understand here what is the meaning of lateral surface. Here first we are finding that is lateral surface area. Lateral surface area. Children, what is the meaning of lateral surface area? Lateral surface is nothing but the surface which is visible to us. The surface which is visible to us. For an example, you can take one duster. Can you see the duster? Understood? You can see the faces which you can feel, if your hand is touching on the surface of the duster, can you see those areas? Can you feel the touch? Are you getting my point? अगर से आप डस्टर को छुएंगे तो आप देख सकते हैं कि जो प्लेन फेसेस जो दिखाई दे रहा है आपको, उसको हम बोलते हैं lateral surface. The plane surfaces what we can see, those surfaces we call it as lateral surface. So lateral surface is nothing but here I can tell you that is area of 4 walls. Area of 4 walls. Understood? If you can see a room or something, you can see the walls over there. 4 walls are there in the room, right? Are you getting children? Here also in this cuboid you can see four surface. Length into height. Length into height plus again one more length into height. Length into height plus length into height plus breadth into height plus breadth into height. Area of 4 walls of a room is length into height plus one more length into height, left and right. Next again breadth into height plus breadth into height. So here we can write this as 2 times of length plus breadth into height. 2 times of length plus breadth into height square units. So just you need to remember only this formula, that is lateral surface area of a cuboid means what? 2 into L plus B into H. 2 into L plus B into H. Got it? Similarly, next case, we need to find the total surface area. What we should find, children? Total surface area. In shortcut, we write that as TSA. TSA means total surface area. To find the total surface area of a cuboid, we have the formula 2 into length into breadth plus breadth into height plus height into length, or we can also call it as length into height square units. So this is the formula to find the total surface area of a cuboid. Got it? Now third case, we need to find the volume of a cuboid. To find the volume of a cuboid, we have the formula, that is length into breadth into height cubic units. Cubic units. Got it? Good, children. Now I just want to tell you one thing. So what is the lateral surface area, total surface area and volume means? See, children, suppose you take one this object, take one let me take one small some object, okay. Let me take this kind of any shape, okay. Now can you see this surface? Can you see this surface outside? This is lateral surface area. This is called as lateral surface area. And one more shape you can see here on the top. Can you see this area? Understood? In lateral surface area, we have not considered this part. Only we have considered this region. Can you see this? This outer region we have considered. Understood? Only we have considered only this much region. This is lateral surface area. If total surface area means what? This region which I have shaded plus this region. That is called as total surface area. If you see a cuboid, we have taken only 4 walls. 4 walls of a room we have taken as lateral surface. Total means we have left out top and bottom. Top I mean ceiling of your room and floor of your room. We have remained those parts. If you consider even those areas also, then it becomes total surface area. बेटा समझ में आया? ಅರ್ಥವಾಯ್ತಾ ನಾನು ಏನು ಹೇಳಿದೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇದು ಆಚೆ ಏನು ಏರಿಯಾ ಕಾಣ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಲ್ಯಾಟರಲ್ ಸರ್ಫೇಸ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. ಮೇಲ್ಗಡೆ ಏನು ಏರಿಯಾ ಇದೆ ಅದು ನಾವು ಇನ್ಕ್ಲೂಡ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಏನು ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಟೋಟಲ್ ಸರ್ಫೇಸ್ ಏರಿಯಾ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟೂಡ್? ನೌ ವಾಲ್ಯೂಮ್. Volume means the area which is stored inside. Can you see this area? Can you see the area inside? Understood? That is called as volume. Now example, you are sitting in a room. The region where is there, the region which is covered inside the room, that is called as volume. Have you seen a milk packet? Understood? You break the milk, you break the packet of the milk packet, you can see the amount of milk which is coming out, that is volume. You take one glass, you fill the water inside the glass. How much area the water is occupying inside the glass? That is volume. Did you understood? You take a balloon, you blow the air into that. How much air you can fill inside the balloon? That is volume. Understood? Did you got the difference between lateral surface area, total surface area and volume? Lateral means which is visible, which we can see. That is lateral. Top and bottom, that is not included. That is not included in lateral surface area. Got it? Very good. Next, coming back to the next topic, one more formula we have, that is diagonal. They may ask you sometimes to find the diagonal of a cuboid. If you want to find the diagonal of a cuboid, directly if you know the formula, you can substitute the values into that. That is root of L square plus B square plus H square, units, only units. If you see area word, square units. If you see volume, cubic units. No area, no volume, means just units. Length, units. Breadth, units. Height, units. If you see anywhere area word, square units. If you see anywhere volume word, it is cubic units. Understood? Units means maybe that is given in meter, or maybe that thing is given in centimeter, anything. Did you understood? Good. Now let me find the next case, that is cube. The next case we are going to solve here, that is cube. I hope this video is very helpful for you all to understand the basics. Okay, you can see here, children, shape of a cube. You can take two square shapes. Two square shapes. In cuboid, what we took, children? We have taken two rectangle shapes. See, this is the difference between cube and cuboid. If you say, if you are taking any two rectangle shapes units joining together, that is cuboid. If you are taking two square shape, I'll take exactly in center. Are you getting, children? And I'm joining this, then it becomes a cube. Now this is my cube. You got the difference between cube and cuboid? Have you got the difference? Here also we have length, we have width, and we have height. Sir, but what is the difference between cube and cuboid? When we have, see children, this we call it as length, correct, no? And this one we call it as breadth, and this one we call it as height. But here difference is cube and cuboid. In cube, all the sides are equal. All the sides are equal. Example, if I take this as A units, then this also will be A units, and this also will be A units. This is the difference. Did you understood? What is the difference? In cube, that is what I said you, two square shapes. Square means what? All the sides are equal. Square means all the sides are equal. Even similarly, here also in cube, length, breadth, height, all will be same. We have taken as A units. Sometimes most of them will take it as X units, A units. Understood? You have to give a common name. That's it, nothing else. But here I have assumed, here what I have assumed, let A units be the length, understood? Breadth, height. But here we all consider as length only. In this case we consider all the sides as length, understood? So length of a cube, then we are going to solve the problems, that is lateral surface area of a cube is what, children? How many sides are there? Total 4 sides. 4 walls in a room. Can you consider? Yeah, that is 4a square. 4a square square units. 4a square square units. Similarly, total surface area is 6a square. Correct, no children? That is ceiling and floor, which I said you know. Correct? That is 6a square square units. In third case, volume of a cube is a cube, cubic units. Similarly, fourth case is what, children? Diagonal. Okay. So diagonal of a cube is root 3 into a units. For a there is no square root, remember. That is root 3 into a units. Root 3 into a units. Any doubts? Any doubts with the formula of a cube? Any doubts with the formula of a cuboid? No. Very good. Similarly, now we are going to solve option 3 or option C, that is right circular cylinder. Right circular cylinder. See children, this is the shape of a cylinder. Correct children? This is the shape of a cylinder what we have. So this is the mid point of this and this is the midpoint of this. Can you observe here? Shall I join these parts? Okay. You can see from this mid region, mid of this cylinder to this end. Understood? Again this mid of this cylinder to this end, what we call it as radius. We call this length as radius. Correct now children? Understood? Similarly, can you see this length? This length we call it as height. This length we call it as height. Understood? Did you understood? Good. Now here, what is R? R is the radius of a cylinder and H is height of the cylinder. Now first we need to find the lateral surface area. Children, here lateral surface area can also be called as curved surface area. Remember, lateral surface area is also called as curved surface area. समझ में आया बेटा? Good. Example, you can see this. This is called as lateral surface. Can you see these surfaces? Two straight lengths. This we called as lateral surface. So lateral surface area, or sometimes we also call them as curved surface area. If you want to find lateral surface area, curved surface area, that is the formula is 2 pi RH. 2 pi RH square units. Square units. Next case, total surface area. See children, total means what? Less lateral surface. Can you see here one more surface? Can you see the figure? This is one surface. Again bottom. This is one surface. Now totally how many surfaces are there in the cylinder? Very importantly, this is very important question. We have 3 surfaces. That is nothing but, this is our first surface. 1 minute. These both are our first surface, both the sides. This is our second surface and this is our third surface. Now you can see this region. Can you see this region? If you zoom that, how it looks, you know, it looks like this. Means it is in the shape of a circle. It is in the shape of a circle. This top is also in the shape of a circle and this bottom is also in the shape of a circle. Understood? Now if you want to find the total surface area, we have to add one lateral surface area or curved surface area plus upside. Can you see this surface which I am shading? That is in the shape of a circle. So we have to find area of a circle. So what is the formula to find area of a circle? Pi r square. Top one pi r square plus bottom one pi r square. Then totally what happens? Lateral surface area is 2 pi RH plus 1 pi r square plus 1 pi r square, 2 pi r square. Now in this, here also 2 pi r, here also 2 pi r. We can take 2 pi r as common. If we are going to take 2 pi r as common, what is left out? H plus r. So this is total surface area. Understood what is total surface area? We can write here total surface area as 2 pi r into r plus h square units. 2 pi r into r plus h square units. Understood children? Understood? Here one important note. What is that is area of circle or area of a circle formula is pi r square. Area of a circle formula is what? Pi r square. Understood? Wherever you see radius, if it is coming, then you should imagine that is circle. If you are getting a radius, that is nothing but a circle. You have to use the formula pi r square. Understood? They will tell sometimes a open vessel. What they have said? Open vessel. In open vessel, can you paint? Example, I have one vessel like this. Open vessel means what? It will be like this. Correct, no? If you see any dotted lines, can you see here sometimes in diagrams you can see dotted lines. These dotted lines represent that area is open. That area is open. Now where all you can paint here? How many surfaces are there? Totally how many surfaces are there in a vessel, in the cylinder? 3 surfaces. But here which are the areas I have to paint? I need to paint this area plus I need to paint this area. Correct, no children? Yes. Now what happens? Total surface area formula will change. Either what you should do, you have to find total surface area first minus 1 area of circle you have to do. First you find total surface area of this minus 1 area of circle you remove from that. Or find first 1 lateral surface area plus 1 area of circle you add to that. They will ask you the questions on this based. समझ में आया बेटा? आपको क्वेश्चंस किस तरह से पूछा जाएगा? एक ओपन वेसल को आपको पेंट करना है. How much amount of paint is required to paint this much area? First you have to find the area, right? If you have to paint anything, first what we should calculate? We want to calculate the area of that. Until unless we don't know the area, how can you take the contract? If you are taking a contract to paint any house, first you have to calculate the dimensions. Simply you will tell, give 1000 rupees, give 2000 rupees, my material. If you are taking material cost also, first what you should do? You have to check the area. How much area you are going to paint? How much liters of paint is required to paint that much area? Based on that, you can take the contract. If the amount of paint is required more, if you have taken the cost less from that, then you will go under a loss. Understood? Anyhow, I will teach you those things while I am solving the problems. But here I am just showing you the formulas. I hope you have understood this case. Did you understood? Yes, sir. Good. Now third case, what we need to find here, after total surface area, we need to find the formula to find volume. To find the volume. So what is the formula to find the volume? That is pi r square h cubic units. Pi r square h cubic units. Understood, children? So area of a circle also we call them as, or area of each end also we say. Area of each end. Can you see 2 ends are there, no? Top and 1 bottom. So area of each end formula is nothing but area of circle. That is pi r square. Got it? Did you understood? In problems they will mention, you may have noticed this thing. In a right circular cylinder, they will give this sentence in the numericals. In the problems you can observe these words. Got it? Good. Then let me take one more case, that is nothing but option 4 or option D, hollow right circular cylinder. Hollow right circular cylinder. So what is the meaning of hollow right circular cylinder? Already we have seen cylinder, right? Till now you people may have noticed one thing, only cylinder, 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 right? But in cylinder we have 2 shapes. One is right circular cylinder, second is hollow circular cylinder. Now for an example, if you are standing outside and if you are seeing the house, that is called as what? Right circular cylinder. If you can see what is inside also, then that is hollow circular cylinder. Hollow is 3D shape. Hollow is nothing but 3D shape. And right circular cylinder means what? 2D shape. 2-dimensional object. 2-dimensional means you can see only outside regions. That is right circular cylinder. If you can able to see outside as well as inside both the things simultaneously, then that is 3D shape. If you take a wall, if you can see only outside layer but not inside layer, outside means what? 2D shape. If you can able to see outside as well as inside, then we call it as 3D shape. Understood? Is this clear? Good. Now here, hollow right circular cylinder, you can see children, I am drawing the diagram of hollow right circular cylinder. This is also cylinder only, no need to worry. But the area what I am drawing here, this is outside, which you can see from outside. Got it? This is the area of outside. Now, the area what I am going to draw now, as you can see here in the figure, this is inside. It looks like this. Can you see, children? Understood? Outside is outer wall, inside line is inner wall. Did you understood? So here we can call them as this outside layer. Can you see this? Now this is the midpoint of both the cases. This is the midpoint of both the cases. If we take the midpoint of this from here to here, then it is called as bigger radius, or we also call them as R1. Capital R or R1 also we can call them as. Capital R means outside radius, bigger radius. Understood? We can consider them as capital R or R1 also we can call them as. Got it? Now can you see from here to here inside? Can you see this inside? This one we call it as small letter r, or we can also call them as R2. R1, R2. If you are getting confusion between R and R, capital R and small letter r, in some cases we use capital R and small letter r, or else you can also use as R1 and R2. R1 means bigger radius, R2 means smaller radius. Understood? Very good. Now, as you can see, the height of this object remains same. Let it be outside or inside, height remains same. Got it, children? So here, in this case, we can take, let capital R or R1 be the external radii. Be the external radii. Small letter r or R2 be the internal radii of the respective hollow cylinder. And what is h? H be the height. Children, you understood? Whenever if they have given two radius means, you should remember that is hollow object. If they have given only one radius means, that is right circular cylinder. Understood the difference? Now, here we need to find these things. The first thing is, I want to find the curved surface area, CSA, or lateral surface area. To find the curved surface area, we have the formula. Actually, you can see in right circular cylinder, we have 2 pi RH. We have 2 pi RH, right? But in this case, what happens, you know, children? 2 pi, here R is not remaining same, because here R is changing, capital R as well as small letter r. So we can write it as 2 pi capital RH, or shall we use R capital R or R1? R1 shall we use? So that you won't get confused. RR, whenever I speak RR means, you may get confused which R. Even pronunciation also looks like complicated, as well as to remember the symbols also were quite difficult. So better we can use R1. 2 pi R1H plus 2 pi R2H. Understood? Now both together we can call them as 2 pi into R1 plus R2 into H. Understood? Because both the sides 2 pi H is common. R1 plus R2. that is 2 pi into r1 plus r2 into h, or 2 pi h into r1 plus r2. 2 pi h is common into r1 plus r2 square units. So this is the formula to find the curved surface area of a hollow right circular cylinder. Got it? Good. Now similarly we need to find now total surface area. Total surface area. To find the total surface area, we have the formula what? Now I'll add up here individually and I will show you. That is 2 pi r1h plus 2 pi r2h, that is lateral surface area, correct? Plus area of upper circle. Are you getting, children? So that is nothing but, both together we can write them as 2 into pi r1 square minus pi r2 square. Understood? 2 into pi r1 square minus pi r2 square. Now this complete formula can also be written as 2 pi into r1 plus r2 into r1 plus h minus r2 square units. 2 pi into r1 plus r2 into r1 plus h minus r2 square units. So this is the formula to find the total surface area of a right circular cylinder. And children, for class 10th state level student, for Karnataka State Board SSLC students, I don't think so you can expect the problem based on hollow right circular cylinder. Based on this formula you may not expect the question, but for CBSE or ICSE level students, it is must you have to follow the numericals based on this hollow circular cylinder. It is very important. But still you should remember the formulas. They will give you R1 value, R2 value, H value, all values they will give directly, and they will ask you to find the answer. Understood? But if you can able to remember the formula, that is more than sufficient. You need to remember these formulas. It is very, very, very important. Next, coming back, one small note here. One note, as I have given in the last case. What is that? Area of each end. Correct, children? Area of each end will, here in this case it will be pi into r1 square minus r2 square. Pi r square we said, no? Here r1 square minus r2 square units. Similarly, third case we need to find in this, that is volume. Volume is pi r1 square h minus pi r2 square h. Understood? Now that is nothing but, we can also write that as pi into r1 square minus, sorry, 1 minute, volume, right? Yeah, pi into r1 square minus r2 square into h, cubic units. Got it? Now you may get one small doubt here. Sir, why we are doing subtraction here? See children, why we are doing subtraction here? Because as I have given here this shape, I am just taking one top end of the right circular cylinder. This is outside region. Understood? Now this is our inside region. Got it? Now which area we have to paint? Means this capital R1, in this you have to subtract this region. Then from outside region, if you subtract inside region, the area which is left out will be this. Can you see this? Outer layer, you can take one box. In this outer layer, understood? This is outer and this is inner. Did you got my point? In this outer layer, if you subtract inner layer, so which is the layer is left out? In this outer layer, you draw one box. Cut a small box inside that. Cut one small box inside that. Which is the area is left out? This area. Correct, no? and this area will be open, right? That is called as hollow. The area which is shaded, that is hollow. The area which is blank here, that is empty. Now this is a brick. This is a brick. Inside, can you see white region which is left out? That is a room. Did you understood? Hollow means it has outer layer as well as inner layer. That is called as hollow. Hollow object. Understood? You have seen your pencil box. Pencil box, geometry box, and you can see your door, the best example. You can see outer layer as well as inner layer. Yeah, ring. Have you seen a ring? Best example. You can see the outer coating, you can see the inner coating, and center is hole. That hole is empty. But ring, it has upper surface as well as lower surface. Understood? So these all are hollow objects. These all are hollow objects. There is no empty region. If there is empty region in middle, that is hollow. If there is no empty region in the middle, then that is solid. That is solid. Got it? Any doubts? Very good, children. Now in the next case we solve cone. Yes, children. We have done with the topic. What, children? Hollow right cylinder. Are you getting, children? Good. Now let me come with the next topic, that is option number E or option number 5. Option number 5 or E, that is nothing but cone. Are you getting, children? Cone. See, children, I'll draw the shape of a cone as you can see here. We also call sometimes this as right circular cone. Right circular cone. See, children, these are called as slant heights. Correct, no? See, height means straight line. This we call it as H. If the same height is bending with some angle, that is called as L. L means slant height. Understood? Here we have two slant heights. So those are the two lateral surfaces here. These are the two lateral surfaces. Understood, children? Good. Now you can see this is the shape of our cone, and you can see this is the mid region, midpoint of this. Now shall we join? Shall we join from here to here, again from here to here? Now what we term this as? This is normal height and this is slant height. Understood the difference between H and L? Are you getting, children? Good. Now here, as you can see, this we call it as height. Got it? H. And this one we call it as, can you see the shape? This we call it as slant height. And can you see this? From center to end, this we call it as radius R. This we call it as radius R. Got it? So what is H? H is height, L is slant height, and R is radius. Okay? Now children, sometimes they will give H value, but they don't give L value. Are you getting? They don't give L value. Slant height they won't give. They will give H value. How to find? You have to use Pythagoras statement. What you should do, children? You have to use, I am taking only right side. Can you see? This is right angle triangle. Can you see? This is right angle. Understood? This center. Can you see? This is center. Let me say O is the center. Shall we say this is A and this is B? Can you see this? O, A, B. I am writing here. The same projection I have done here in the left side. अब देख रहे हैं बेटा OAB राइट सर्कुलर सिलेंडर का राइट शेप, जिसमें हम इसको बोलते हैं कि H and this is R and this is L. You have to use Pythagoras formula. What you should use? Pythagoras formula. If you want L, they will give R value, they will give H value. You can find L easily. You want R, then they will give H value, they will give L value. Find R. But for everything in cone, whichever the value is missing, if you want to find that, you have to use Pythagoras formula. Understood? अगर से आपको कोई भी साइड आपको फाइंड करना है तो आपको पाइथागोरस फार्मूला का इस्तेमाल करना है. यू नीड टू यूज द पाइथागोरस फार्मूला. गॉट इट? सो हियर लेट वी से let R, H and L be the radius, height and slant height respectively of the cone. If we want to find L, usually we want to find L only. Whenever they give you the question like this, they will give H and R and the L value will be hidden. If you want to find L, then we can use the Pythagoras formula. L square is equals to R square plus H square. L means hypotenuse. Can you see? L is hypotenuse. Slant height is hypotenuse. And radius is the base. And OA, H is nothing but opposite side. If you use your trigonometry, if you have known the trigonometry, hypotenuse, adjacent and opposite. Got it? You can use this formula. From this formula, you can find anything. Let it be R or let it be H or let it be L. Anything if you have to find, use this formula. L square is equals to R square plus H square. Now, let me find the surfaces. Curved surface area of the cone. Formula is pi RL. Pi RL is the formula to find the curved surface area of cone. Similarly, we want to find the next total surface area. If you want to find the total surface area of the formula, as I have said you, here we have two surfaces. In cone, how many surfaces are there? How many faces are there? Two faces. Example, this is one face. Are you getting, children? This is one face and this is another face. Got it? This is nothing but our first face and this is nothing but our second face. Two faces are there. This is nothing but our slant height. I mean to say curved surface area. And this is, I said you, if you zoom this shape, how it looks? It looks like a circle. This will be looked like a circle. So what is the formula to find the area of a circle? Pi r square. So shall we add this both? Shall we add this both? Yes. When you are adding this both, what it becomes, children? That is pi RL plus pi r square. We should add, no? Curved surface area plus area of circle. So what is the final formula we get? Pi r is common into r plus L. So the total surface area is pi r into r plus L square units. Square units. So this is the formula to find the total surface area of cone. Are you getting, children? Good. So this is the way what we usually teach in our regular classes. Okay. Still, if you have not subscribed to our YouTube channel Shah Sir Classes, do subscribe it and click the bell icon and comment below how was this class after the end of this session. And share this video as much as possible with your all the friends and your classmates. Next is volume. Now we want to find the volume of a cone. If you want to find the volume of a cone, we have the formula 1 by 3 into pi r square h cubic units. Cubic units. Children, wherever the main formulas are there, you can use the highlighter and you can highlight it in your notes. Understood? We have already shown some steps also. You no need to take those steps. Only what is the main formula? LHS, RHS. Highlight it. Understood? If you are highlighting those things, it will be easy for you to identify for which formula we have to use. Got it? Volume. Now, after finding the volume, okay, we have already found curved surface area, total surface area and volume of the cone. Now, let me go with the next topic, that is option number 6. Correct, no? That is F. Sphere. The next topic we are going to study about sphere. Children, the formulas are understandable? Yes, sir. Good. Now, to find sphere, say children, it's very easy. Now here, sphere is nothing but area of just the shape of a circle. You can just draw a shape of a circle. So that is called as sphere. That is what we call it as a sphere. In sphere we have only radius. Correct, no children? What do we have? We have only radius. So what we need to find here? surface area. Here we just call that as surface area. Why? Because here lateral surface area or total surface area both remain same. Correct, no children? Lateral surface or curved surface or total surface, all will remain same. So here we just call them as surface area. Got it? So here to find the surface area of a sphere, we have the formula. Very easy to remember, 4 pi r square. 4 pi r square. Next, understood? In circle can be divided into 4 parts generally. Here one circle, here one circle, here one circle, here one circle. All together one circle. It's a big circle. Pi r square 4 times 4 pi r square. Did you understood? 4 pi r square. And next is what we need to find here, volume. So volume of a sphere is 4 by 3 pi r cube. This is a speciality of sphere and hemisphere. In sphere and hemisphere, only in these two cases, what you can find is cube. In volume, you get cube. There is no height. In sphere and hemisphere, there is no h symbol. Remember this. There is no h. Got it? Okay. 4 by 3 pi r cube. And next, let me solve option number 7, hemisphere. Hemisphere. Children, as you can see here, what do you mean by hemisphere? See children, first we have, you can see here, first we had a sphere. I mean to say we have a circle. We have the object like this circle, right? Now what I will be doing here, for this circle, I am going to cut into 2 equal halves. 2 equal halves means I am cutting the circle exactly in the center. If we cut this circle exactly in the center, how it becomes? It becomes like this. As you can see here, this is one surface top, got it? And this is the surface which is opened. Can you see this? This is first half. Similarly, this is our second half. Understood? If we cut the circle into 2 parts, you can see one region and one more region. If you see any of the above cases, option 1 and option 2, we can see here we have 2 faces. Can you see here? This is one. Similarly, you can see here we have one face. Got it? I mean the shape which is cutted, that is one surface, and the below region, that is another surface. Got it? So here, similarly, you can see this is our one surface and this is our one more surface. So this is our hemisphere. Got it? In hemisphere, we have only radius. So this is our radius, right children? Good. Have you saw the shape of hemisphere? Here also let r be the radius of the hemisphere. Then what we are finding here is surface area, that is curved surface area. Curved surface area of hemisphere, we have the formula, that is 2 pi r square. 2 pi r square. And total surface area of hemisphere, I will show you once again. Just I will zoom this part and I will show you. This was our hemisphere. Correct, no children? Half circle. Now here you can see in circle I said you 4 circles together we form one circle. Circle can be divided into 4 parts. For each half circle, for each circles we have connected and we have joined one big circle. Now hemisphere means what children? Half of the circle. Half of the circle means how many circles are there? 2. So that is 2 pi r square. Now what is one more is left out? This surface. Understood? Now this surface is also in the shape of a circle. This shape is also in the shape of a circle. Already in curved surface we have 2 pi r square plus one more circle, 1 pi r square. No, upper part is only one circle. In cone we have seen, right? Can you see this region? This is nothing but the cutted part. If you have seen ice cream, have you seen your cone ice cream? Have you seen a tent? Have you seen the hut? Tent? How they used to do, how they will connect the tent? How they will make canopies? Understood? So this is nothing but, here only one circle we have. Here we have only one circle. Similarly, this is one circle. Understood? That is nothing but 3 pi r square. Total surface area is what? 3 pi r square. That is 2 pi r square. This region is 2 pi r square. Got it? Plus this region is 1 pi r square. Both together will become 3 pi r square. Got it? Good. And the third case is volume. Volume of the hemisphere. Volume of the hemisphere is 2 by 3 pi r cube. So this is our square units. This is our square units. And this is nothing but cubic units. And this is our square units. And this is cubic units. Cubic units. Any doubts? Have you understood, children? Have you understood? Very good. Now, last but not least, we have one more formula and case. I will erase these parts. See here. The last part of this topic is frustum of a cone. And this topic is very important. That is nothing but option number 8. Frustum of a cone. Children, if you want to remember the frustum of a cone, what the thing is required is, you should remember the formulas of cone. Same cone formulas, advanced is frustum of a cone. Now first let me understand what is the meaning of frustum of a cone. See children, simple. First let me draw a cone. So this is our cone, right? I am going to cut the cone into 2 equal halves. Not 2 equal, some part of the cone you cut. In sphere we are cutting into 2 equal halves, but in cone, understood? Maybe in the top or in the middle or little below or anywhere you cut the cone. Once if you cut the cone into 2 parts, you can see the cone will divide it into this region. So this is our open, this will become open, right, after cutting. Understood? We get one hollow surface here. Similarly, here the same surface will be there, but once if it get down, it becomes a bulge part like this. Got it? After cutting the cone, it becomes in these 2 different shapes objects. One cone will convert into 2 different cones. Now what is the definition of a frustum of a cone? If you cut a cone into 2, if you are going to haul H-A-L-V, haul means cutting the cone. If you haul the cone into 2 parts, the remaining part of the cone is frustum of a cone. Now which is the remaining part of a cone? If you cut the cone, above or below? The remaining part of the cone is known as frustum of a cone. Which is the remaining part of the cone? See, this is bigger cone. We got one small cone. Can you see here? This is our small cone. Can you see here? This is our small cone. Are you getting, children? Can you see the object? Got it? First our cone was like this. First our cone was like this. Got it, children? First our cone was like this. After cutting this cone, it has divided into 2 different shapes. Understood? The remaining part of the cone is nothing but this part. The remaining part of the cone, so this part we call it as frustum of a cone. Did you understood? देखो बेटा, जब हम कोन को कट करेंगे तो वो 2 हिस्सों में बट जाएगा. Okay, it divides into 2 different shapes. So you can see the remaining part of the cone means one small cone we have got after we cut the cone. एक कोन को कट करने के बाद हमारे को एक छोटा कोन मिला. उसके बाद और एक ट्रेपीजियम शेप का एक ऑब्जेक्ट मिल रहा है हमारे को, ट्रेपीजियम शेप. So this is the shape of a trapezium. Can you see here? So this is the shape of this. If we draw this shape in a line diagram, it looks like this, right? Understood? So this is called as trapezium. Understood? So the remaining part of the cone looks like a trapezium. So this is known as frustum of a cone. Now, see children. Now I will zoom this part. Which part? Frustum part. Because already we know about the cone. If you want, once again I will show you. So this was our center, right? From here to here was our radius. Correct? Here to here was our radius. And this was our slant height. And this was our normal height. Correct? Once if you zoom this frustum, it looks like this. See here. It looks like this, no children? Now here, first we have only one radius in cone. Are you getting? We have only one radius. But right now, we have two radius. Now this is the center, this is the center. You can see this is the straight line which is connecting two centers. So this is nothing but our, what we call this as, and what we call this as, and what we call this as. Got it? See, first it was R in cone. It was R. But now we call it as R1 because bigger radius. And this we call it as R2, that is smaller radius. Or capital R, small letter r. Understood the difference? Did you understood the difference? Here can you see this? In this shape. Can you see this? This shape. This is our R1 and this is our R2. Understood? R1 and R2. First we have one L. We have L, that is slant height. But now here we call this height as bigger means L1. See, when we have only one, we call it as L. When we have only one radius, we call it as R. When the same radius converts into two, we have to call them as R1, R2, bigger, smaller. Once in the cone we have H, that is height. But here, what is happening? We have two heights. Correct, no? If you see here, here we have one height. And again this height is also dividing into two parts. Again this is also one more height. This both together is H. Correct, no? This both together is H. But now this height is dividing into two parts. So what we can call them as? If this is H, and what we call this as? If this is H, what we call this as? Which is H1, which is H2? First is H1 and this is H2. Which is bigger? Now we can call this as H1. This is H1. Wait 1 minute. If you are getting confused, this is H1. We are taking cone. We are taking the shape of a cone. Cone first height is H1 and this is H2. Small cone height is H2. Bigger cone height is H1. Small cone is H2. Next, what is the height of the frustum? H1 minus H2. In H1 you subtract H2. Remaining part is frustum of a cone. Can we write like this? समझ में आ रहा बेटा? कोन का हाइट आपको H1, बड़ा कोन का हाइट आपको H1, छोटे कोन का हाइट आपको H2. अब फ्रस्टम का क्या हाइट है? H1 minus H2. Example, bigger cone height is 10 centimeter. Bigger cone means what? Cone. General cone is 10 centimeter. Smaller cone is 3 centimeter. Smaller cone which? Can you see the above part? That is how much? 3 centimeter. Now what is the frustum of a cone height? Bigger cone height is 10 centimeter. Smaller cone height is 3 centimeter. Next, what is the height of the frustum of a cone? 10 minus 3, 7 centimeter. We can call this as generally just only H. Shall we call this as only H? Understood? H1 is normal height. H of cone. H2 is smaller cone height. and this is H. This one can we call it as H? H means H1 minus H2. H is H1 minus H2. Now what is the slant height of frustum of a cone? L1 minus L2. That is nothing but L. Shall we take it as L? L1 is height of a cone. L2 is, this is our L2. This is L2. L1 minus L2 is L. H1 minus H2 is H. Now you got the difference? R1 and R2 are different, so we can directly see them. R1 and R2. But L and H we cannot see directly. Understood? Did you understood this concept?
Yes, sir.
Children understood?
Yes, sir.
समझ में आया बेटा? Very good. Did you understood the complete diagram? How to identify which part, what we call it them as? Very good. Now based upon this, we are going to frame the formulas. Got it? Did you understood? Please don't consider if they have given height, you have to see what they have given the height. Whether they have given the height of a frustum. If they are not given the height of frustum, they are saying that the height of the cone is this. Then you should think height of the cone means they have given H1, general cone height they have given. But we want frustum of a cone height. So you have to change them. You have to change them. Understood? If they are saying that in the question, the height of the frustum of a cone is, height of the frustum is 10 centimeter means you can take directly. If they are saying height of cone, you cannot take them directly. First you have to change them, then you have to use in the formula. अगर से आपको height of the cone करके बोला तो आपको frustum का पहले ढूंढना है. He is not speaking about height of cone, height of frustum. He is saying height of cone. If they say height of frustum means we can use directly in the formula. If they say height of cone means you have to find height of frustum first, then you have to use into the formula. समझ में आया बेटा? You got the difference between frustum and cone? Good. Now I'll correlate this with what means with this one, cone. I'm just taking general cone here. See children, general cone, we have curved surface area, total surface area and volume. See cone, what was the basic formula of a cone? Pi RL. This is pi r into r plus L. This is 1 by 3 pi r cube, pi r square h. So this was our basic formula, right, of cone. Understood? Cone curved surface area is pi RL, total surface area is pi r into r plus L, and volume is 1 by 3 pi r square h. Children, we do one modification here in this formula. Shall we multiply this? Pi r into r will become pi r square plus pi r into L will become pi r L. But here if we have to solve the problems related to frustum, if you want to solve the problems related to frustum, now we use the same formulas. I want to find the curved surface area of frustum. So wherever you see R, I am giving the logic, wherever you see R, you have to take that as R1 plus R2. If you see R means R1 plus R2. Understood? Now here pi RL is there. Pi, right, as it is. R came, right, R1 plus R2 in place of R, right, L as it is. So this is the formula to find the curved surface area of frustum of a cone. Square units. Now we want to find total surface area. See here, now can you see this formula? Pi as it is, R square, R means R1 plus R2. If it is R square, R1 square plus R2 square. R square means R1 square plus R2 square. In place of R square, you can write as R1 square plus R2 square plus, see this, pi as it is, R means R1 plus R2, R means R1 plus R2, R square means R1 square plus R2 square into L. Understood the formula? See here, can you see this? Pi R square plus pi RL is there, no? Pi, right, as it is. Here R square came. R square means R1 square plus R2 square plus, right, plus as it is, pi, right, pi as it is, R1 plus R2 in bracket, L, right, L as it is. That is what I am matching with total surface area of cone with total surface area of frustum of a cone. Now volume. See the volume, see the formula of volume of a cone. What is the formula to find the volume of a cone? 1 by 3 pi r square h. 1 by 3, write 1 by 3 as it is. Pi, write pi as it is. R square. R square means R1 square plus R2 square. Here one thing is extra you need to remember. Plus R1 into R2 is extra. No. R1 into R2. This is the extra. 1 and H. Write as it is. That is the formula to find the volume of a frustum of a cone. And area means square units. Volume means cubic units. Cubic units. So this is the formula which we use to find the formula to find frustum of a cone. Any doubts? I hope you have understood this logic. See children, solving the problems related to this chapter is easy, but remembering the formulas and how to apply these formulas into the basic given problem is difficult. Because already we have standard formulas. We no need to imagine something and make new formula or something you have to do and find. No. Everything is advanced. Only you should remember the formulas if in case if you want to score a very good marks in the upcoming board exam. Got it? Understood? Good. Is this clear? Very good children. Next what we are going to do here, I hope we have covered all the formulas related to this chapter: cuboid, cube, cylinder, cone, sphere, hemisphere and frustum. And we have already shown you these all things, how to find and how to remember these things. If you have liked this video, do not forget to click the like button and share this video as much as possible with your all the friends. And do not forget to subscribe our YouTube channel, Shah Sir Classes. Okay. Wish you all the best of luck. Do well, click the bell icon and select all. You can find the instant notification and comment below how was this class and also which video you want to make next. Thank you. Keep watching. In the next class, we are going to start the problems related to this chapter. Take care.